The Fallout brand is in a very bad spot. I've talked extensively about this over the last year, but it has become more apparent in recent weeks. Like Bethesda celebrated Fallout Day 2025 just a couple of weeks ago. It's supposed to be a celebration of the Fallout brand, and obviously we do know that new Fallout stuff is on the way. Fallout 3 Remastered it's the worst kept secret in gaming, so some people were hopeful that Bethesda would come forward, at least announce it or something. But unfortunately, they did not. They had a 30-minute stream which highlighted a bunch of stuff that people really didn't care about. Like, the big highlight from the overall event was Obsidian Entertainment announcing alongside them, or celebrating, Fallout New Vegas and a new bundle of that game. A $150 bundle, in which, yes, you get the Ultimate Edition of the game that you can find on eBay for $5, and a statue, which is the real focus of this. And yeah, I guess a $140 statue of Victor. Is that worth it? Is that the reason why you should hold an event like this and get fan expectations up? I don't think so. This was insulting, a slap in the face of many fans. Now, Todd Howard Bethesda said I think at the tail end, like, yeah, we have more Fallout stuff in the years to come or something. But ultimately, people don't care about Fallout Shelter all that much anymore. Fallout 76 has its audience, but most of the Fallout community doesn't really care about it either. And unfortunately, there just doesn't seem to be anything on the horizon to get excited for. So at the same time, it feels like maybe an email should have been sent out and that's it. But there was one other announcement that was made here that got some eyes up. But because of what we saw with Skyrim, a similar Anniversary Edition, there wasn't much expectation with this. But yeah, Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition, a new version of the game. Some people were hopeful there would be some new stuff here, something to get excited for. Bethesda very interestingly did not include the price when they announced it. Surely enough, though, the announcement post of this, 21,000 dislikes. In the comment section, Bethesda never changes. What inspired you to build a second Krusty Krab right next to the original? Money. Fallout 4 Edition. Babe, wake up. They broke all our mods again. Bethesda almost re-released more games than they've released. This could have been an email. But yeah, people were extremely negative about this. Yeah, my friend trolled me. He texted me. We got an announcement for a new Fallout game, and he sent me this. That is a troll. Ultimately, what this showcase is that Bethesda has run out of ideas. And I get it. They have a reputation. They love re-releasing Skyrim. It's ha 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 here and there. But usually there's at least some improvements, some reason to get excited for this. But there wasn't. This is a cash grab. That's what everybody was saying in the comment section. And it has only been proven now based on everything that has transpired with its release. Now, like I said, Fallout 3 Remastered, this is something we know that's in development. It's the worst kept secret in gaming. This is something they could have just announced with a little teaser card, at least just said it. That would have gotten many fans excited, and that would have been enough. But that's not Bethesda. For some reason, they don't want to go to those lengths, and that's why I just think, don't bother with an event like this. Just have a little couple tweets here and there, and that's it, if you don't have much more to say than announcing some stupid bundle that people don't really care about. Now, same time, though, we did see some improvements. It took Bethesda 18 fucking months. 18 months. You gotta understand that last year, right around the time the Fallout TV show came about, there was the next gen update. It totally broke mods across the board, but it broke mods so much that there was an NPC stutter. So if you ever edited NPCs in the game, it was probably basically broken for you. And that's actually a problem that the Fallout London team ran into. Some people really didn't like the fact that the London dev team felt blindsided and they spoke out about it, but this was the entire modding community. If you're going to update a game of 10 years and you're going to break it, people are going to expect you to fix it. Bethesda did not do that until just now. Unfortunately, though, as expected, they broke the game even more. But if you are unaware of the issue, Juice had talked about it in a couple of videos. This is an example of
Fallout 4's new problems, and I guess I shouldn't even call them new.
This is a video from a year ago, might I add.
New at this point. These bugs popped up 5 months ago. They're not really new anymore. But nonetheless, the most notable of these issues has to do with stutter.
There it is.
After the next gen update, you install a mod that edits an NPC's face gen data, and then when that NPC is loaded in, a brief stutter will occur. I imagine most of you have seen some examples of this online or watched videos on this subject. It's easily the most prominent aspect of what's broken with Fallout 4 right now.
And yeah, it gets worse and worse depending on the links and the amount of NPCs that are in the game. But that's the reason why like a massive mod project like Fallout London had to revert to an older edition of the game. Bethesda, though, it's already unacceptable that they released it in that state, and I think they really did that because of the TV show wanting to have an update with it. But the fact that they took this long to fix it, that is just totally unacceptable. But this is what we've come to expect with this developer. And that's why anything that they do moving forward, Starfield, all this, it's constant. This reputation they will never be able to shake, and that's why I am worried about a game like The Elder Scrolls 6 or anything else that they are working on. This is just Bethesda, and this is the Gamebryo creation engine. I don't care what people say, this is the dated technology and one of the massive problems that we run into. Regardless though, this Anniversary Edition update finally brought the massive fix that so many have been waiting for. The NPC stutter bug and VATS issues no longer going to be an issue moving forward. Except that there's many other issues with the Anniversary Edition. First, it's the price. There is no discount, there's nothing else included with this. You get all of the same content that was included in the Game of the Year edition, except this time around, there's the Creation Bundle, and as you can see, it has a mostly negative rating with 222. Like Skyrim Anniversary Edition, it has all the creations that Bethesda has done in the past, along with a couple of new ones. It's mostly skins, a lot of stuff that most people don't care for. But the Anniversary Edition is a new update, so what that does is it breaks mods and other aspects of the game, and that is something that many players are running into right now. But it is worth mentioning there is a Steam page right here, yeah, mostly negative rating, 24% positive, and yeah, the comment section from PC gamers absolutely going in on Bethesda here. Be a gamer in 2025, you purchase the content, you don't get the content in game. Bethesda update causes even more crashes, trying to quit the game causes it to crash. What a disaster of a company. I'm an idiot, I bought this. If you use the DLC, achievements are locked, Fallout 4 updated, sad face. I broke my mods, more sad face. Creations is currently offline. And yeah, there's a lot of issues here, a lot of bugs, and it's bugging out like crazy and not giving out all the creations that are mentioned in the bundle. Rip off, hot garbage. My advice is to avoid buying this out of spite, and yeah, it's just people going in on Bethesda about all of this. And as I said a second ago, Bethesda's latest Fallout cash grab faces fan backlash. Everyone hated that. And these are the top posts on the Fallout subreddit. Everyone hated that, available now. Another post, greed never changes. Another individual showing off, these are the new creations. So you get the 150 or 140 or so that have already been there for a while now. It costs an extensive amount of little credits that you have to buy packages for, but now they're bundled up and do $20 or so. Specifically though, Bethesda did outline them. You get an Institute plasma weapon. These are the new things. You get a ion gun. It's also a new one. Bunker home pack. That's also a new little place you can, make a home base in, and there's the interiors of it. Cyberdog, that's a new skin for, dog meat. And sea scavengers, some new outfits and such. And then, yeah, horse armor. That's basically what that is. Brahmin armor, horse armor, because why not, I guess, Bethesda. And then you get railroads, clandestine, couture. It's just more outfits, pretty much. And yeah, there's also repurposed power armor helmets that are also new. And the rest of the content, this has already been there for the last couple of years. A lot of this stuff. You get animals, skins and such, some more outfits, unclaimed remnants. I think that's always been free, and some other stuff that, yeah, it's been there for a while now. Regardless though, yeah, these are the new items. You get about 8 or 9, and then the 100 or so are just skins and stuff. And like I said, most people, personally myself, I don't care for any of that stuff, but Bethesda has been pushing this mad hard. So this brings us to the reaction that people have had. Fallout 4 Anniversary only adding 9 new creation items is ridiculous, especially when all the questline creations aren't included in the Anniversary upgrade. I spent $70 buying everything. And that's where, let's get into that. So as we have here, this is the Fallout 4 menu. It announces in the right hand corner, Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition upgrade is available, and we'll click on that because the only thing that I don't have with this experience is the creations. Let's take a look, and it brings us to the menu. Celebrate a decade of Fallout 4, and yes, it has the 150, although it's not detailed specifically which ones are there. Pretty sure I just backed out. Pretty sure I did not buy this. What? I'm so confused. Okay, it just automatically, I guess if you click on that, it automatically believes you bought it. Nice job there, Bethesda. And you click it, download. I'm so confused. Did it just give it? Okay. I'm so confused right now. Now the option's no longer there. Very weird, very weird. And I'll just go to the creations. I have some stuff downloaded. Some of the stuff was free, you know, from the modding community and also Bethesda. And yeah, this is what they were hyping up in the Fallout Day 2025. They were hyping up some of this new content, and I just love the fact that they sell an anniversary edition. The only thing that's new to this is a bunch of creation content, which is just paid mods basically. And the actual paid mods you want, they're added, but they're not within that bundle. You have to get it separately. I just love that. I love the optics. It makes perfect sense with Bethesda. But yes, this is the type of content you'd probably want. It actually looks a little bit more substantial. New faction with quest and bounty missions. Guess what? You have to pay at least 400 credits, which I think that could be $5 to $10. You have to get a certain amount. And it must be acknowledged that the Fallout TV show is about to explore New Vegas, and it looks like Bethesda is monetizing it here, obviously with the Become a Bounty Hunter questline, but they do have one that's free, you know, the Tale of the Beast Hunter. This one you can just download, discover how NCR Ranger Troy Morton traveled from New Vegas to Boston and become the wasteland legend, the Beast Hunter. And it includes, I guess, a new shotgun, an outfit, a take on the Beast Hunter's very own pet Deathclaw Bessie, own a slice of New Vegas with the bar player home that feels straight out of the strip, and a 7-part holotape adventure where you will uncover the legend of the Beast Hunter, although the more substantial one there costs, it's actually 600 credits. So very interesting here. It's a strategy by Bethesda because, look, they get you into the creation menu for the free content here. You download that one and you're pushed to spend at least $10 for this here. Like I said, this is what Bethesda is about. It's all about these mods, these creations, which is really just downloadable content. And yeah, unfortunately, this is modern day Bethesda. This is all they have going for them. It's all these paid mods. And I understand it's awesome that some creators get paid for this. A lot of this stuff is just developed by Bethesda themselves. It's an excuse for them to sell microtransactions in a single player experience. They tried doing it in 2015, faced immense backlash. Then they brought it about a number of years later. We all knew this was going to happen. And that's the only thing that they love to continue with, like the legacy of Skyrim and Fallout 4. They push this down people's throats. It's an excuse to push microtransactions on single player gamers. And yeah, like I said, there's just an extensive amount here. Some of this stuff from the community is indeed very cool. Would have been better if they included some of the hotly new, stuff that they showed at Fallout Day 2025 within the actual bloody fucking anniversary edition, but I guess we couldn't expect that out of Bethesda because they didn't want to give any effort into this new premium experience that they're selling at $60. Yeah, and here's, I guess, a bunch of the new content that has been added, latest from verified creators. Yeah, it's a decent amount of money you're going to have to spend on all of this if you want to get all the content that Bethesda was hyping up at Fallout Day 2025. It adds up, especially because those credits I don't believe are cheap. Let's see, we can see the amount that it cost, and it's not going to let me, let's see, credits. Yeah, 500 credits is $5, 1,000. And if you want to get all of that content, I mean, it's probably going to be well over $20, $30 at least. Maybe even much more than that, especially because there's an extensive amount here. But yeah, souvenirs from Mojave. I think that was another thing that was hyped up as well, another 400. So yeah, this adds up, and this is what Bethesda is reliant on. This is why the Anniversary Edition exists in the first place. It's to get people to spend money, buy the creations, and then if they're not interested necessarily in those 150, which seem to be just a bunch of skins for weapons and other stuff, if you want the more substantial content, then you have to come in this creation menu and cough up, a decent amount of cash for all of this. Kind of fucking crazy for a game that's been out 10 years already. And yeah, here's Fallout 4 Creation Bundles reviews on Xbox, and 2.4 out of 5. Not many reviews so far, but yeah, issues with installing, corporate money grab, creations also aren't showing up as owned. You buy the upgrade and only downloads the old creations. $20 for something we already had that functioned much better than whatever the F this is. Bethesda is dead. Are we for real? $60? F you. My God. I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. That's a little bit of copium at this point. Bethesda doesn't respect their gaming audience. The Fortnite Battle Pass, I just shit out my ass. Samotration Club, classic Bethesda. Maybe wait a day till the bundle is ironed out. It's honestly insane how much bugs even just this menu alone has. And I will just note, it is not just the Xbox store that we're seeing these negative scores. Obviously, we already talked about the Steam, mostly negative rating, but also on the PlayStation store, it's the same story. 2 out of 5 stars, and even worse, I think a lot of players can't even get access to the content because it's even worse on the PlayStation. It's truly crazy that Bethesda launched it in this state. And I'm not even going to call this a review or anything, but I did play this content. I ran into some sort of save issue, some save bug. Regardless, though I did play it, it's fine content. Like this bounty hunter mission, you have to pay again 600 credits for it. You go to this bounty hunter, you find them in the lower part of the map, you go inside, it looks like a cool little place. It's recycled, dialogue from Nate from the base game. There's not much there. You go there, shoot a person with this weapon that doesn't really feel all that great. It is what it is. There's also another quest line that was also bugged out that you go and it's called the Beast Hunter. You get some sort of NCR armor that, again, it's all New Vegas themed. It's all forgettable content. It's new editions, I suppose. That one at least is free, but it's all mediocre. And also my game started to have a lot of performance issues after that quest line, so it definitely is an absolute mess right now. Something that Bethesda is going to have to fix, although the question of, is it going to be another year and a half we're going to have to wait for an update, remains to be seen right now. But overall, though, the reaction, the Steam announcement of the new Fallout 4 release, 0 likes, 1,057 comments, all negative. No, Bethesda, we will not buy your 10-year-old game again. And there's been articles, Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition faces harsh backlash over bugs and mod issues. We also have, these are some of the more issues that people are running into besides myself. Fallout 4 Anniversary Update bringing maximum nostalgia. The game has crashed. And then here's Colt Eastwood.
The game in Diamond City. Look, what the crap? What is this? Freaking Anniversary Edition? Are you kidding me? What the shunk, bro? What is this? The freaking Burj Khalifa?
This is the Bethesda experience. That's the modern Bethesda experience. Actually, take that back. It's been like this for decades now. But yes, they broke the game again. It really isn't too surprising. We were all expecting it. The mod side, that was already expected. This, though, this is unacceptable. I get that Bethesda has normalized a lot of their audience to this behavior, but it is totally unacceptable. And we've seen many developers within this industry face immense criticism for stuff like this. Bethesda seems to get, they scrape by because they have the reputation of this. And I don't agree with that. They need to face even more backlash for this, especially because this is only going to continue just like it has always. And there's more people on my first Fallout 4 crash, and it was just browsing the creations menu. And that's another thing. The Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition broke that core feature. The creation menu is a mess, as I documented in my own little experience. And more comments, already off to a great start. Some of the creations not even loading for many users. Another user, mods that have been around in some for years, had no dependencies beyond the original DLCs, which I have apparently now gone, thanks Bethesda. Worst of all, seems to affect it, and then that's a specific mods for the mod menu. They better release a patch. This is awful. Seriously, all we can do is hope they release a patch that fixes this crap. Who knows when that's coming and if it will actually fix stuff, because as we've known Bethesda for what they've done over the years, they release something, it's supposed to fix stuff, and then it breaks other parts of the experience. That's the expectation. That's what's probably going to happen here. And we did see Bethesda make a little Discord announcement. I just love this. Thank you for your patience while we worked on the Fallout 4 Creations menu. Access to the menu has resumed and it's a broken mess. We are actively investigating an issue affecting the delivery of Creation Club content after purchasing the Creations Bundle or Anniversary Edition. I heard PlayStation users aren't even having, Anniversary Edition content showing up at all. There's just so many issues here just with that menu alone. Currently, there may be a delay between completing your purchase and seeing the content marked as owned in your account. We expect to resolve this soon as possible, and then, keep an eye on their support page, which tends to be useless pretty much. And we also have seen many other users saying the update broke my game and my spirit. What a disaster. I don't even know how many hours I poured into the most recent save, but it was a lot. I just finished the main quest, and that was after hours and hours of detailed settlement building, blah, 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 blah. I had stores in every settlement. Of course, I made the terrible mistake of using mods, and just like that with the next-gen update, Bethesda shattered compatibility with various mods. This time, any mod that requires the DLC are broken to hell, creative clutter gone, which means all of my settlements are going to be broken messes. Thank you, Bethesda. Thank you very much. And yeah, Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition is incredibly underwhelming. Skyrim Anniversary Edition was incredibly good, even if it wasn't balanced at all. It gave the game hundreds of hours of extra content, more locations, a million quests, new armor, weapons, everything, all that roughly, for $20. Now, Fallout 4's Anniversary Edition, on the other hand, 150 creations, yet seems like 125 of them, they're just skins and paint jobs. I was incredibly excited for it. I purchased it. I spam posted about stuff about it. I was expecting far, far more than what I got from it. Having looked through the creations menu, it really is just skins and a couple of workshop decorations, but hey, there are some quest lines there. You just have to cough up even more credits, because that is Bethesda. That's what they're all about. It is a cash grab here, but also a cash grab that's trying to incentivize you to go to their Creation Club menu and then spend even more money on the other, more substantial content, like actual quest lines, things that, new players would probably care for, other than the same little reskin of the color blue for your power armor. And yeah, they say this Anniversary Edition is incredibly underwhelming and is severely saddening. I don't even care about paid mods or mods in general, but this insanity, TLDRF Bethesda. And yeah, this is the state of the Fallout brand right now. Bethesda's latest update is awful news for Fallout fans, and the update was that the Elder Scrolls 6 is still a long way off, and that means that Fallout 5 is probably a decade or so away, which is truly insane because there's no evidence that another Fallout project besides a Fallout 3 remaster is in development. So we could be waiting, 10 years for new Fallout besides what's going on with Fallout 76 and the never-ending terrible new content that they add to Fallout 4, and also the fact that they just keep on breaking that game. That is modern-day Bethesda, which really has always been Bethesda, and it's a reputation that they will never shake, and that's why I am deeply concerned for the future of this company. But at the same time, they deserve total backlash for the greed that they're showing here, and also the fact that they do not care and they do not put effort in making sure that these experiences are properly bug-tested and polished. That just is something that is not in Bethesda's DNA, I suppose. Anyway, have you played Fallout 4 as of late? Did you check out the Anniversary Edition? What are your thoughts? Let me know down in the comment section below, but thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy this video, or if you found any informative value. Consider subscribing for more videos like this. I'll see you later.